Hello everyone and welcome back. In this episode I will talk about authorizations by using the Identity Directory Service of Cloud Identity Services. We can decide if we want to use a user store or no user store. Without a user store, Cloud Identity Service just acts as a proxy. With a user store, we will have the users and then we use the Identity Directory Service. Now, if we decide to not enable the user store, we need to use our AD groups or LDAP groups coming from our corporate identity provider to handle authorizations. We can configure a Cloud Identity Service to receive the claims, the groups through the claims from your corporate identity provider and then use it in the mapping with the BTP role collection. That's then a way to do authorizations without using the Identity Directory Store service. Now, sometimes companies, the procedure to create AD groups or LDAP groups is not always straightforward. And sometimes SAP products or SAP teams, they handle authorizations on their own. And then it could be interesting to use the Identity Directory Service and by enabling the user store. So if we enable the user store, we do not rely on AD groups or LDAP groups coming through the claims from your corporate identity provider. We will use the authentication service of Cloud Identity Service. It uses the corporate identity provider purely for authentication. It comes back when the user store is enabled. It will try to find a match for that user and only go back to BTP when the user exists in the user store. And once it exists, it enriches the claims coming from the corporate identity provider, the SAML ticket or the OpenID claim with additional properties from Cloud Identity Service. And for example, one of that properties could be the user groups. And that allows us to use user groups to map it with BTP role collections. So with that, we have two ways to manage authorizations in BTP. We can use AD group or LDAP groups, or we can use Cloud Identity Service user groups.